Hallo, Hallöchen und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Los Angeles Noire, also LA Noire. Ich bin euer Prinx und wir untersuchen gerade, ja, diesen armen Kerl hier, der anscheinend bei einer Fahrerflucht ums Leben gekommen ist. Wir haben schon alle möglichen Hinweise gefunden und wollten uns jetzt mit der Dame hier unterhalten.
She's all yours, Detective.
Die momentan ein bisschen da steht wie eine Schaufensterpuppe. Und werden einmal schauen, ob sie was zu der Sache zu sagen hat.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
So, Shannon Perry, Augenzeugenbericht.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Ja, was soll ich dazu sagen, außer dass es wahr ist?
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
Beschreibung des verdächtigen Fahrzeugs.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Das kam jetzt auch sehr aus der Kanone rausgeschossen, das glaube ich jetzt auch einmal.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman, that's all.
Nein, das war es sicher noch nicht.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. I'm trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Ja, ich nehme den Ladenbesitzer und du, ja, die anderen alle. Ne? Das ist fair, ist fair. Ah, wir haben hier eine Zeitung, sehe ich gerade. Und die gibt uns ja so ein bisschen immer Hintergrundstories. Prominentenpsychiater verspricht geistigen Durchbruch.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Also, wie ich mich jetzt erinnern kann, war der Junge jetzt vor allem, der Student war auch im Krieg, also es ist auch bei den anderen Kriegsgeschichten mit dabei gewesen, die wir bisher gesehen haben. Und der Doktor, dieser Dr. Harlan J. Fontaine, wie ich es da gerade unten lese, ja, der scheint ein Doktor zu sein und scheint auch ein paar Geschichten da im Hintergrund anscheinend laufen zu haben.
Real happiness is when you marry a girl for love and you
I'm
find
Detective
out
Phelps
later.
of the LAPD.
How can I help, Detective?
Your name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Dann fragen die mal zur
What
Fahrerflucht.
can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Der weiß mehr, als er zugeben will.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Beziehung zum
Do
Opfer.
you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Ja, klingt einleuchtend und er schaut auch sehr wahrheitsgetreu rein.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Streit
A
in der
witness
Bar.
overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Und sein ausweichender Blick sagt mir, er weiß mehr, als er zugeben will.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy.
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
Gemeinsames Geschäftsvorhaben.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Und auch hier weiß mehr, als er zugeben will.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Okay. Ansonsten können wir jetzt... Ah ja. Wir haben unten links wieder das Telefonsymbol. Das heißt, wir können den Bereich hier verlassen und einmal schauen, ob die Telefonzentrale mehr weiß als wir jetzt.
I want to see. Excuse me, officer, I want to see.
Oh, what's going on over there?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Die Frau schnell. Die ist wirklich schnell. Ich finde diese Ampel vor allen Dingen hier voll cool. Eine Ampel mit Schildern auch noch. Nicht nur Licht, sondern auch mit Rot und Stop and Go. Das ist doch cool. Ich glaube, sowas hatten wir in Europa eigentlich nie, oder?
I can tell you're lying. Your lips are moving.
Gut, dann fahren wir mal zum nächsten Ort. Ich fahre jetzt mal zu Sheltons Wohnsitz erst einmal. Wir sind unterwegs.
It's a lucky break getting a partial ID. These cases are usually dead in the water after 24 hours if no one comes forward.
Why don't they just stop?
You heard about fight or flight during the war?
Sure. Never back your enemy into a corner. that kind of stuff?
Right. Well, in a hit and run, the perp is already in flight. It's easier to keep going. Takes a degree of moral courage to stop and accept responsibility.
You're not as dumb as you make yourself out to be, are you, Stefan?
I didn't know I was making myself out to be dumb.
So, und hier sind wir schon am nächsten Zielort. Sheltons Wohnsitz. Und Shelton schaut aus, als wenn er schnell weg wollen würde. Mit Koffern und Handgepäck. Und einen zerbeulten roten linken Wagen.
William Shelton? Yes. It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
Ach je.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Und auch hier wieder eine Verfolgungsjagd à la Hollywood.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Man hat zumindest seinen Koffer ihn verlieren lassen.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this.
Noch ist auf der Straße.
Don't let that asshole get away.
All right, I give up.
That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
Put your hands in the air.
Put your hands up in the air.
Shelton.
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay.
Ja, das ist ja mal ernüchternd. Also ernüchternd. Der arme Kerl nicht fast schon. Fast habe ich Mitleid mit ihm, weil wahrscheinlich hat er wirklich keine große Schuld bei der ganzen Sache. Aber hier geht es nicht um... Dann geht es eigentlich schon um Schuld und nicht Schuld, aber es geht mehr darum, dass er die getötet hat und geflüchtet ist. Und wir haben einen weiteren Nebeneinsatz gerade, den wir auch jetzt angenommen haben. Und ich werde jetzt mal direkt zu ihm hinfahren. Ich liebe diese Wagen aus der Zeit, Alter. Also diese ganzen 40er-Jahre-Schlitten, die sind... Ich find schade, dass sowas gar nicht mehr hergestellt wird. Also vom Design her gibt es sowas nicht und finde ich irgendwo schade, weil man könnte sowas, glaube ich, sehr schnell wieder aufleben lassen und ich glaube, es gäbe genug Leute, die für so eine Karosserie wieder was zahlen würden, auch ordentlich. Aber nein! Zu unaerodynamisch oder was weiß ich was, warum es nicht produziert wird, aber ja. Wäre auch so ein Grund, warum ich gerne mal nach Kuba fahren würde, weil die haben ja noch diese ganzen alten Schlitten. Teilweise in Top-Zustand. Psychisch gestörte Person.
11 King. Your 415 is at the Alico station at Wilshire and Flower.
Possible mental case. Ha, couldn't stay away from that one, could ya?
Ach je.
You're the one who's been sending cosmic rays into my room. I'll show you. Yes, sir. You're not gonna control my thoughts anymore.
Just calm down, sir.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Ich glaube, der am Boden steht nicht mehr auf. Dann mal hinterher. Ui, der ist schnell.
Put your hands in the air.
Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Lauf, mein Suppentopf auf dem Kopf trag, Junge. Eigentlich nicht, bleib stehen. Der springt jetzt sicher den... Na, nicht einmal. Doch, er springt das Rohr hoch. Hup. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, komm. Schneller, schneller. Den Hut holen wir später. Komm her, mein kleiner Lunatic.
Farewell, cruel world.
Nein! Oh. So viel zum Thema Helm. Ja, da habe ich nicht sehr viel machen können. So, und wir fahren jetzt wieder weiter Richtung Haupteinsatz. Wir fahren jetzt mich immer noch zur, zu den Pattersons. Ui, das war knapp. Denn so ganz, auch wenn wir jetzt den Täter haben, ist noch nicht alles ganz geklärt. Denn, wie wir gerade gehört haben, stand ja ein Mann und eine Frau dabei. Das heißt, wir hätten hier noch unterlassene Hilfeleistung. Oder vielleicht sogar Mord. Ne? Wenn die beiden oder er oder sie ihn vor das Auto gestoßen hätte. Wäre auch noch eine Möglichkeit. Dann schauen wir mal. Mein Hut habe ich auch wieder. Ha! Mein Hut!
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Kann ich mich hier umschauen, oder? Aha. Nee, ich glaube, ich muss mich zuerst unterhalten.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Ah, der Geschäftsführer.
Well.
Der Bar.
Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. he was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Fahrerflucht.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Also das glaube ich immer nicht wirklich.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. Kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Also irgendwie glaube ich, dass die definitiv was damit zu tun haben. Grund des
You were
Streits.
arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Mehr?
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Partnerschaft mit Leroy Sabo.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Das glaube ich jetzt nicht. Und sie hat jetzt einen anderen Gesichtsausdruck. Ich wette, die wollten die Lebensversicherung, die abgeschlossen hat, dafür hernehmen.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Ja, und zwar mit der Lebensversicherung. Lebensversicherungsbrief da. Oder? Genau.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crack games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit-and-run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Keine Sorge, ich gehe schon. Ja. Gut. Wir haben ein neues Telefon, womit wir wieder was überprüfen können. Das werden wir auch machen. Allerdings erst im nächsten Video. Bis dahin sage ich danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich freue mich, wenn ihr im nächsten Video wieder einschaltet, beziehungsweise wenn ihr mir ein Like hinterlässt, wenn euch das gefallen hat. Danke und bis zum nächsten Mal.
With those paws in the air, spin around like